Hello friends, this is Gopi. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to find an organizational assets. As you know, there are two types of assets, movable and immovable. But here our target would be the assets available in the internet. It may contain information about both movable and immovable. Reconnaissance is a general information gathering, just collecting info about some organization or personnel. We can say it as recon. Recon two types in general, active and passive recon. Active reconnaissance is a way of finding out information that leaves a footprint. It's an online activity to get OS, network, mail, open ports, firewall types, and etc. Gathering information without knowing to the surveillance or offline called passive recon. With recon, we can gather information like domain details, IP addresses, network ranges, application details, directories and file in web servers, email address, contact details, and other sensitive information like password, copyright contents, etc. Domain name is a virtual representation for IP address. With domain name, we can find IP address associated for that domain. Based on IP, you can find other IP network ranges owned by the organization. There are many ways to find IP address from domain name, including whois database, DNS records, and etc. There are two domain correlation, vertical and horizontal domain correlation. Vertical domain correlation is a process of finding domains share a same base domain. This process is also called subdomain enumeration. Horizontal domain correlation is a process of finding other domain names which have different second level domain name but are related to the same organization. Google has other domain names like YouTube, Gmail, Blogger, and etc. There are several methods available for domain enumeration. Using whois database is a common method to find domain IP, ASN, and contact details. I have discussed more about this on my previous video. There are challenges using whois, but we can overcome these challenges. You can watch my video and find the solution available. Brute force is another method. There are many tools using these techniques. Brute force uses millions of word lists to generate domain name and validate with the forward DNS request. Reverse DNS is another method to find the domain name associated with an IP address. It's the opposite of forward DNS. DNS zone transfer is an operation that allows administrator to replicate DNS database to other DNS zone. Some cases due to misconfiguration or bug, anyone do the operation and it reveals all domains and subdomains of the particular organization. With the SSL certificate transparency logs, anyone can request information about all certificates linked to a specific domain and obtain a list of subdomains attached. Another interesting domain discovery method is Google Docs. Google has special query mechanism called Google Docs to find data which is not displayed normal Google search. There are plenty of online tools and search engines available to discover domain. Search engines like Shodan, Census provides the open data available in the internet. Those search engines keeps entire internet data like open ports, certificates, and other details. Other tools like View DNS, Big Data domain tools provides historical whois data. There are plenty of tools to find corporate email addresses. Let me walk through few tools here. Again, Google Docs play an important role to find email addresses of an organization. There are queries to find email address. You can do a specialized query to find an email addresses. Hunter IO is another online tool which searches email of any domain. Based on the domain name you entered, it searches and find an email addresses. Email Extractor is a powerful email extraction extension for Chrome, which automatically fetches valid email IDs from the website you visited. You can copy paste particular email IDs. You can you can enter specific email ID or export all of them to a text file or a CSV file. There are tools to find the software or tools used to build a website. So web technologies include content management system, blogging platforms, statistics and analytics packages, JavaScript libraries, web servers, and other embedded devices used with that website. This is buildwith.com. It's an online tool to find the technologies behind any website or URL. I'm using test.com to see what are the technologies used. Test.com built with Google Analytics, JavaScript, libraries, font awesome, used content management system used. So this is the output of the test.com using buildwith.com. There are many tools to find technologies behind any URL or website. Another tool to find technology used in the website is WhatWeb. WhatWeb is an open source Python script to find the technologies used. It has many options for a simple scan. You can enter WhatWeb and domain name. It shows technology used. There are plenty of options available with WhatWeb. Discovering the content may be in any form of data. Predominantly, the informations are leaked from the social media. Also, the content may discovered from the site who maintain historical data and news sites. Again, Google Docs also play a key role in gathering secret contents like password, other credential information. There are places where source code maintained publicly without proper security measures. Also, the developers not aware of security posters may share some information publicly, like GitHub, Bitbucket. You can find plenty of source code with API keys and passwords. There are tools like GitDrop, Git Secrets, or gather those information. So these tools, there are plenty of tools available to gather no, gather the information from the source code, any secret hidden in the source code. So it also searches in the GitHub repository. There are tools like SecretX, gather credential from website, from which stores the API keys and other credential in JavaScript or other tools. Pastebin is another place where organization data leaked. Pastebin is an online site that permits clients to share plain content through open post called paste. This is where a developer or designer share the source code or designs to other group who reviews and correct the code or design. These codes or designs may have important functionality about an organization. So this data, available publicly. There are many tools to scrap, paste bin data. Port scanning and gather information about infrastructure details. Another important techniques of Recon. Ports can do scanning of entire network. If IP range given, it detects open ports, banner information like software used and version used. Uh, uh, Using port scan, you can also detect soft OS used by the entire network. While it is scanning the entire network, it also find the OS versions, OS also. Nmap is one of the powerful tool to scan entire network. It has option like port scanning, voice detection, version detection, and also it has the technique of bypassing antivirus and firewall. So normal nmaps can detect by firewall, but there are techniques to bypass. There are option in the nmap itself. You can use that. The techniques involves fragment packets, specify MTU size. If MTU size smaller than smaller in MTU size, it's difficult to detected by firewall. Zombie scan, scan with the random order, and many other techniques available. But Nmap itself, they are providing NSA script to bypass firewall. You can use that with the script option. You can download the script and use with the script option. Moscan is another tool which scans network faster than Nmap. It also used to scan entire internet. Mm. So Moscan is getting familiar now. It is faster than Nmap. It has the capability to scan entire internet. Public cloud storages like S3 bucket, blob storage, and GCP storages stores the important data. So if the permission not handled properly in this storages, the data can be available in public. There are tools like Cloud Scraper, searches target URL. Cloud Scraper, you have to give a target URL. It will searches the any cloud storage information in that target URL, like S3 dot Amazon AWS.com, Windows.net, digital ocean spaces, and scrolls the resulted data and scrape the information from the target storage. GCP bucket brews, which is another tool for Google Cloud, which enumerates Google storage buckets using brute force. Brute forces if the credential is not provided. Finding a company information is very simple. Some of the sites offering in-depth data to find a company information. Wiki is the source you can get accusation news update about the company. Open corporates offer in-depth database of companies in the world. So it has maintains databases of all the companies in the world. We have seen so far how to recon what is mean by reconnaissance, what is domain enumeration, subdomain enumeration, gathering the IP address, network blocks, gathering email address of an organization, secret keys, passwords from the website, from the cloud. So also getting company information and sensitive data from the internet. There are other options available like web directory search, Favicon search. Many tools are there. Let me come with another video in detail and detail about each tool and technology. Thanks for watching.